So I went to a class, and the instructor told me that, or told all the people in the class, that we should tell our story. This is a really difficult process because there's a lot that I could say, and I'm sure you guys don't want to know any of it, or not a whole lot, not all the detail that I could go into. But I'm going to go ahead and start. I was born in Oklahoma City and went to kindergarten here at a PC at Putnam City School. And my family got relocated, so we moved to the Washington, D.C. area. And then when I was in 7th grade, I moved to Texas. And there I went to junior high and high school. I went to North Texas State, at least that's what it was called at the time. I think now it's the University of North Texas. And then I got a job at Electronic Data Systems. That's where I met my husband. I worked there. I had Courtney, if you guys know who Courtney is. I had Courtney while I worked there. And then soon, about the time I was pregnant with Carter, seemed like the Lord was telling me it was time for me to be a stay-at-home mom. Wasn't necessarily what I was thinking was the best thing for me, but it is what God had intended for me. So I quit my job, and I had Carter, my second child, and stayed home. And then we started feeling like it was time for us to move back to Oklahoma City. Mark, my husband, did I mention him? I met him when I was at EDS. And we decided that it was time for us to move back. In fact, we had a 3 to 5 year plan, and I was like, yeah, I'm not moving there. But he decided that after 3 to 5 years, I guess, I got my mind changed, so we moved to Oklahoma City. And it was when we were in Oklahoma City that I started to sell Homemade Gourmet. And I was one of the first distributors in Oklahoma City. And I built quite a little team, quite a team. I shouldn't say a little team, it was quite a team. And I don't know if you know what Homemade Gourmet is, but it's mixes for breads and soups and dips. And I sold Homemade Gourmet from 2000 till, 2008 or 2009, something like that. Well, along the way, my husband, when we moved up here, Mark was building and developing with his dad, and they needed somebody who could sell their houses. So my father-in-law said, Sherry, you should get your real estate license. And I was like, okay, I guess I'll get my real estate license. Not thinking I would ever be a realtor, but hey, here I am. So I got my real estate license, and I worked for a broker for 3 years. And then when it was time to change, I switched over to Century 21 Goodyear Green, and I worked as an agent, and I became my full-time job. I've worked with over 350 families in that time, and I've loved it. I've helped them buy and sell. I feel like I've worked up a pretty good reputation there, and I continue to do that. I recently made a move to a different brokerage, Modern Abode. Super excited about that. Not because I was mad at Century 21, but I just felt like it was going to be a good move for me. And so here I am today. I'm actually standing in one of my listings with one of my very good clients who's let me borrow their home for a little bit just to do something a little bit different. So here I am today. I'm so excited to be part of the Realtor organization. I feel like it's a really great, honest organization, and I was glad to tell you a little bit about me, and I guess I could tell you a little bit more. So I've got 2 kids. They are grown adults. Courtney's a nurse, and Carter is getting his master's program to be a counselor. And I have a little grandbaby, and his name is Howie, and I'm super excited to be a Mimi. And let's see, my husband, we've been married for almost 30 years, and a couple of things that we like to do together are we like to go to Thunder games together, and we like to go to visit all the national parks. So our goal is to see all 60, I think there's 62, the number keeps going up, and I think we've been to 21, so exactly 1/3 of them. So I just wanted to tell you a little bit about myself because that's what my person told me to do. And if you have any questions about me, I'm happy to answer. I feel like I'm kind of an open book. Thank you very much for listening.